Time now for our brilliant royal masterminds, Lady Colin Campbell and Phil Dampier. And who would have thought trashing your family in public would go without consequence? Meghan Markle back in court, this time defending a defamation case from her half-sister and friend of this show, Samantha Markle. Now, Sam, a good woman, an honest woman, is accusing the runaway Duchess of trashing her reputation after being slammed as a, quote, disgusting opportunist in the infamous Oprah Winfrey interview from March 2021. It's claimed Meghan also suggested Sam cashed in on her relationship with Prince Harry, and the royal told false and malicious lies about her rags to riches royal fairy tale at the expense of her estranged family. Now, Sam's lawyer, Peter Tickton, told court that Meghan's comments had killed Sam's career. He said words are defamatory when they tend to subject one to hatred, distrust, ridicule, contempt, or disgrace, or tend to endure one in one's business or profession. In this case, we've got it all. Meanwhile, Meghan's lawyers attempting to get the case thrown out, with her brief, Michael Kump, telling the judge calling someone an opportunist is not defamatory. Opinions are not and cannot be defamatory. There's no way to determine if that's true or false. Well, I hope that's how Meghan feels next time she's trying to sue a UK newspaper, which she seems to do at regular interviews. But look, Lady C, this is a fascinating case. You're obviously in the know more than anyone. Do you think the Sussexes' web of lies are finally coming back to haunt them?
Oh, without a doubt. Without a doubt. You know, the reality is there is a possibility that this case might be disallowed and it will be dismissed without prejudice, which would mean that Samantha will have the opportunity to reissue proceedings, which she will do if she has to. But the reality is whether Samantha wins or loses in court, Meghan has lost in the court of public opinion. Everybody now knows Meghan is a vicious liar, a very manipulative, nasty human being who has no compunction about destroying her beloved, her loving father and her disabled sister. And there is absolutely no way, in my opinion, that Meghan will ever be able to recover from the revelations that Samantha's lawsuit have exposed her as having possessed.
No, very strong words, and I couldn't agree more. Phil Dampier, can we just talk for a moment about Meghan's defence, her lawyer's defence? I mean, is she the biggest hypocrite in the world? And I genuinely mean that.
Lady Colin Campbell has never been one to mince her words, but this latest statement has taken her criticism of Meghan Markle to another level entirely. In a blunt and unapologetic outburst, Lady C declared, "Everybody now knows Meghan is a vicious liar. That isn't just idle gossip. It's a direct and damning attack on Meghan's honesty, character, and credibility." The remark has set off a chain reaction in royal commentary circles, sparking debates among fans, critics, and journalists alike. The Markle family drama has been playing out under the full glare of the global spotlight for years, but this feels like a sharp escalation. While Samantha Markle and Thomas Markle Sr. have made their share of pointed remarks in the past, Lady Colin Campbell's statement is particularly piercing because she has built her reputation on royal commentary and has cultivated a large, loyal audience who see her as a trusted insider.
Because this is a woman who literally reads an opinion column she doesn't like and is on the phone to her lawyer Shilling saying, sue them now. You know, she sued the Mail on Sunday for publishing a letter that she wrote to Thomas Markle, even though she wrote the letter with the full knowledge that it was probably going to be leaked. And by the way, her friends had already leaked the contents of the letter to People magazine. And all of a sudden now she's saying, oh no, words and opinions aren't defamatory.
Yeah, good evening. I mean, I couldn't stop laughing this morning when I read what the lawyer, you showed a picture of him there, Michael Kump. We might call him Michael Kump the Chump. He told the judge, apparently, he told the judge in Florida that, quotes, not every perceived slight should be litigated. I mean, talk about pot and kettle. I mean, what have they done for the last 2 years? Every single time they've had a perceived slight, they've gone running to their lawyers. And yet, as I said last week, they like dishing it out, but they don't like taking it. It's absolutely extraordinary. And he went on to say that Meghan's feelings that she grew up as an only child was simply an expression of her subjective feelings today. So it's a bit like Harry's book, Ready, Spare. Recollections may vary, as the Queen said.
Well, indeed. Indeed. I mean, Lady C, I think what's really important to point out as well is that this isn't about the money for Sam Markle. I mean, she could have sued for far, far more than $75,000. This is about actually protecting the reputation of a good family, the Markle family, who have had their name dragged through the mud for many, many years.
Yes, of course. I mean, the reality is Samantha has done what her father couldn't do because he couldn't afford to sue people. And he should rarely have sued people. But, you know, he couldn't, and also the timing wasn't right. I mean, the timing with this is not ideal, but this is not about money. This is about justice. This is about honor. This is about integrity. This is about stopping a vicious liar from traducing the reputation of decent, innocent people. This is what it's about. This is a real David and Goliath case, a fight for justice and decency to prevail over the vicious lies and the hypocrisy of really the most unconscionable public figure that we have, and brazen public figure that we have seen for many a decade. I mean, the woman is beyond belief.
And as we saw from the South Park episode that I played a little smidgen of at the top of the show, America is turning too, and do stay tuned in the next hour because I'm going to show you this episode which completely rips Harry and Meghan to shreds. It's just extraordinary.
For Meghan, this means the claim doesn't come across as petty family bickering. It lands as a serious accusation from a seasoned royal watcher. According to Lady C, her conclusion about Meghan isn't based on rumors alone. She points to years of what she calls documented inconsistencies in Meghan's public accounts, statements in interviews, discrepancies in Netflix narratives, and contradictions between Meghan's personal claims and official records. For Lady C, this forms a pattern, a carefully curated public image that does not align with reality. She suggests that Meghan's charm and confidence are not enough to cover what she sees as repeated untruths. This is more than just a clash of personalities. It's a battle for narrative control. Meghan has worked tirelessly to position herself as a victim of media abuse and royal coldness, while Lady C's statement flips the script entirely, portraying Meghan as a calculated manipulator. In the world of modern celebrity culture, perception can be as powerful as reality.
Look, I also want to talk, Lady C, about this bombshell post unearthed from Meghan's old blog, The Tig, that reveals she knew all about the royals 2 years before she met Harry, which seems to blow apart these claims that she had never even Googled them. So in 2014, Meghan wrote that she dreamed of being a, quote, royal rebel and not a traditional princess, all while commenting on William and Kate's wedding. So is this another proven Meghan Markle falsehood, shall we say, to add to the pile?
Well, you know, I said in my book, Meghan and Harry, The Real Story, that Meghan had studied the royals, and that not only did she indicate that in The Tig, but in her previous blog, The Working Girl or Working Actress. It was a working something, not quite sure, but we all know what she was really working, which was her talents. And the reality is that, you know, Meghan studied them. I was told that Meghan has religiously used my book, The Real Diana, as a template to be able to seduce Harry and evoke Diana's memory and pretend to be Diana Mac too. I was told this by somebody who knows Meghan very well, and who Meghan said that this is what she had done. So whether that's fair or not, that's what I was
Yeah.
told. And certainly the parallels between what her behavior and and my book are beyond coincidental.
I mean, Phil, we obviously have to put on the record that there is no evidence that Meghan studied the royals. However, some of Harry's claims now are looking a little bit far-fetched, aren't they? I mean, he really genuinely believed that Meghan had no idea about the Queen.
I must say, Dan,
Queen, about
I must say,
Prince
Lady C's in cracking form tonight, isn't she? She really is hitting fantastic stuff. No, I don't think anyone ever believed that she didn't know anything about the royal family or had never heard of Prince Harry. I mean, this is a woman who'd worked at the US Embassy in Buenos Aires. She'd addressed the United Nations. She was a highly intelligent woman. She'd been on holiday and posed outside Buckingham Palace when she was 15. The idea that she didn't know anything about the royal family or had never heard of Prince Harry was absolutely ridiculous. And this latest thing shows that not only did she know about them, but she was already forming an opinion about it. She wanted to be a rebel and didn't like Kate, sort of thought that the hullabaloo around Kate's wedding was over the top. So she was already forming opinions long before she met Harry.
I know. It was one heck of a discovery. And, of course, we're going to be keeping on this legal case. Sam Markle will be here next week too, all going to plan. So, Lady Colin Campbell, Phil Dampier, our royal masterminds, thank you so much.
And Lady C's words are designed to erode trust in Meghan's carefully built image. The timing couldn't be worse for Meghan. With public opinion already sharply divided and recent media coverage casting her in a less sympathetic light, this latest accusation adds another layer of controversy. Lady C's audience, many of whom are already skeptical of the Sussexes, are likely to amplify her words, further embedding the narrative that Meghan's truthfulness is in question. One thing is certain, Lady Colin Campbell is not backing down. She has made it clear that she intends to keep speaking out whenever she sees fit. For Meghan, the challenge will be deciding whether to respond, ignore, or try to counter this mounting wave of criticism. And for royal watchers, this is yet another chapter in the never-ending saga of Meghan Markle, a story where family loyalty, truth, and public image collide in spectacular fashion.